Jude, one of the shortest books in the New Testament, is a single-chapter epistle, traditionally attributed to Jude, a servant of Jesus Christ and brother of James. Likely written between 65 to 80 AD, it addresses a general Christian audience facing internal threats from false teachers and immoral influences within the church. Its primary purpose is to warn believers about these dangers and encourage them to remain steadfast in their faith. Summary: Jude begins with a greeting, identifying himself and expressing his initial intent to write about salvation, but he quickly shifts focus to a more urgent issue: the presence of ungodly individuals who have infiltrated the church, verses 1 to 4. These false teachers twist God's grace into a license for immorality and deny Christ's authority. Jude then provides historical examples: Israel's rebellion, fallen angels, and Sodom and Gomorrah, to illustrate how God judges such wickedness, verses 5 to 7. He accuses these infiltrators of defiling the flesh, rejecting authority, and slandering celestial beings, contrasting their arrogance with the humility of the archangel Michael, verses 8 to 10. In verses 11 to 16, Jude intensifies his critique, comparing the false teachers to Cain, Balaam, and Korah, figures known for rebellion and greed, and citing a prophecy from Enoch to affirm God's coming judgment on their ungodliness. The latter half, verses 17 to 23, shifts to exhortation, urging believers to remember the apostles' warnings, build themselves up in faith, pray in the Spirit, and show mercy to those wavering, while rescuing others from sin's influence. The epistle closes with a doxology, verses 24 to 25, praising God's power to keep believers from falling and present them blameless before Him. Key points: warning against false teachers. Jude's central concern is the danger posed by deceptive individuals within the church who pervert grace and lead others astray with their immorality and rejection of authority. God's judgment on sin. Using Old Testament examples and Enoch's prophecy, Jude emphasizes that God will not tolerate ungodliness and will judge those who defy Him. Call to perseverance. Believers are urged to stay vigilant, grow in faith, and rely on God's strength to resist corruption. Mercy and rescue. Christians are encouraged to show compassion and actively save those influenced by false teachings, while guarding their own purity. God's sustaining power. The doxology highlights trust in God's ability to protect and preserve His people until the end. In essence, Jude is a passionate plea for purity and faithfulness in the face of internal threats, blending stern warnings with hope in God's ultimate victory.